The number of people with autism spectrum disorder or ASD in the Philippines and other countries worldwide has almost doubled in the past 6 years, and the number is still rising. 1 in 68 children worldwide have autism. The figure is way above 0.5 cases in every 1,000 children in the 1980s and 1 in 110 children in 2008. In the Philippines, estimated cases of autism rose from 500,000 in 2008 to 1 million people at present. And at present, there is no formal curriculum that addresses the plight of persons with autism spectrum disorder in the educational system. At dito pumapasok ang Progresso, isang project na binuo kasama ang DOST. It is designed to give empowerment and confidence hindi lang sa estudyanteng may autism, kundi pati na rin sa ever-caring at ever-devoted na mga teachers na walang tigil na nagtuturo sa mga estudyanteng may autism. And to discuss this in Progresso, we have a doctor and an educator. She has a Doctor of Philosophy in Computer Science from De La Salle University, Manila. Currently, she is the Dean of College of Computer Studies of the De La Salle University. Mga ka-forever, please welcome Dr. Melin Teodosia Suarez. Good morning.
Morning, ma'am.
Or Miss Yummy. Dr.
Yummy na lang.
Yummy for short. Di ba? Haba eh, no? Sige,
Oo,
Yummy na nga
Yummy
lang.
na lang.
Okay, ma'am. Pag-usapan natin, Progresso.
Opo.
What is Progresso?
It's a software-based monitoring tool for kids
Mm-hmm.
that are diagnosed in the autism spectrum. And what makes it unique is that it's web-based, which means you can access it from your mobile phones, from tablets, or of course from your typical PCs. And we wanted it web-based so that parents on the go can actually see their kids while they're in therapy sessions. No? And aside from them being able to peek into the room where the kid is, they can also do monitoring of what's actually happening using tools. If you can go to our website later on, what's nice to see is the reports of the teachers get posted online using a secure account, of course, and then the parents can actually comment right away, pretty much like a Facebook post. So it's very easy to use. Parents know already what's happening. It's easier to communicate between the parents and the teachers. Yes.
So, bakit talaga nabuo itong project nito, ma'am?
Nabuo siya, nagsimula kami. It's actually not something for kids with autism. It's really something general platform like a smart home. But then, the governing council of DOST wanted us to have a particular clientele in mind. And so, we came upon autism because these kids have a lot of difficulty understanding emotions. And we're also dealing with facial expressions. So, nabuo siya nang natapos. We wanted to work with children with autism, and then that's where we realized that the parents wanted something more for monitoring at the start, not really something na sobrang high-tech. Yung monitoring pa lang muna pala yung gusto nila.
Totoo kasi, ang autism, napakahirap na nakalagayan ng isang bata, di ba?
Yes.
So from that point, gusto natin maging normal din yung kanilang paggalaw, lalo na sa yung kanilang social life, etc. Maging normal. Pero at the same time, namomonitor natin ng tama.
Ang isang difficulty ng magulang kasi marami silang pinapasukan na therapies.
Yes.
So, iba-iba yung notebooks for each kind of therapy.
Okay.
So, if you imagine having your child go through 12 months of therapy, ilang notebooks kaya yun? You cannot search through all of them pretty much like a digital record kasi nga nakasulat naman siya. So, that's only for one teacher or one doctor. Kung 5 sila or 3, you want to be able to correlate this with each other. So that's why we have a visualization tool for the software. We have that very easy to communicate with the teacher. And the teachers and the parents can search through the records, which means lahat tayo sanay kasi sa Google, you just look for something, put in the keyword, you want it right away. So you don't have to search through all your notebooks. And imagine if your child now goes through several years of therapy, lahat yan, digitally recorded na siya. It will not be too difficult to pull out records.
So lahat yun, paano ano to, ma'am? So online siya, So once na ako parang naka-register ba ako?
Oo.
Do I have to register?
Yes.
Ganon.
So it's really, we install the equipment in the schools. If you noticed earlier, there's a camera that does live streaming of the therapy. So we install all the equipment in the room, and then we create accounts for the teachers and for the principals, and of course for the parents. So the parents will have to subscribe to the schools, and kasi they have the teachers and all the therapists there. And then what happens is, you're now able to access all your records.
Okay. So, ganun lang yun, ma'am. Anong schools na yung meron nakikinabang nitong
wala pa
project na
kami.
to?
We really want to install in special education schools, in therapies that are probably found in hospitals. Yan. Kasi yan yung mga maraming clientele. For our first year of operations, DOST wants us to do market validation. You know, are our functionalities correct? Kasi baka mali pala yung aming mga functionality ng software. And then, next is to roll it out in 2 schools para ma-test siya. And then, we see how it will work out as far as we see it as a commercialization project. It's a different dimension kasi once you enter into commercialization.
So ngayon, ongoing pa, ma'am, itong project
Yes,
na to?
we are going to roll it out. We'll do market validation in our first 6 to 8 months.
Ayun. At ang DOST, ano yung definite role ng DOST sa project na to?
Right from the inception of the project, DOST has been very supportive. So this is like a DOST baby right from the start. As a research project, they funded us for 4 years. And right after that, when we wanted to go into commercialization, we were handheld by DOST, and now they're giving us funds to do the market validation and to roll it out as a pre-startup. So, through and through, lahat ng suporta ng DOST has been with this project.
During sa mga test run ninyo, ano yung development na nakita ninyo and the result?
Yun nga, I was telling somebody here earlier, no? At the start, we wanted something high-tech kasi that's what computer scientists and technologists do. We want all our toys, we want to be able to see how we can use them. But then later on, we had to strip it down a little bit for now, no, before we enter the market. But surely, there are improvements along the way, like we want to roll out automatic analysis of the videos. Kasi nagre-record siya, di ba? It streams and also records the session. We want to find out which are hotspots. Yung mga pwedeng nagtantrum ang bata or pwedeng high emotion ng happiness. We want to be able to automatically analyze the video. So the teacher will not have to watch another 1 hour. So we want to mark it. So these are hotspots. This is what you want to see kasi this is very interesting. So when you have to do analysis later on, yan na lang yung titingnan niya. Hindi manood na naman siya na isang buong oras.
So ganun katutok? Let's say sa isang estudyante or let's say sa isang room, kung gaano karami yung estudyante na nando na may with autism, ganun yung tututukan isa-isa yun, ma'am?
Ayun, we're only working now with 1 kid, 1 therapist. Yes. So it's yung mga one-to-one interactions nila, yun pa lang yung kaya namin gawin ngayon. Hindi pa namin kaya yung nakoten sila, tapos hindi pa namin kaya.
Totoo yun kasi syempre, di ba, ang hirap nga nun.
Yes.
So from this project talaga, ma'am, you make sure na mas mapapadali na rin sa buhay lalo ng mga teachers and then with the parents relationships
Especially
also.
that, yun nga it's not like biogesic. If anybody takes biogesic for a headache, we know more or less it will work. But for these children and the therapies that accompany and are provided to them, it doesn't always work all the time. So it's really a trial and error kind of thing. And data in these kinds of situations are going to be very helpful kasi you know right away what happens. One thing I haven't told pala is we have ambient sensors in the room. So we stream data, but we also have ambient sensors because some of them are sensitive to brightness, so too much brightness. They're not very happy with that, or sometimes kapag masyado namang malamig, that also is not very helpful to them. So baka yun pala yung issue nila under certain conditions. So we're able to also log all of these information for sensory, for those kids with sensory issues.
So parang everyday, meron kayong assessment sa bawat estudyante. Parang ganun lumalabas, di ba? Kasi ang autism, yun nga, base sa mga pag-aaral natin, nakikita din natin na iba-iba yung level of autism ng bata.
Yes.
Or as early as a young kid nakikita na talaga na may autism ang bata.
That's from my readings, so I'm not a medical doctor, from my readings and from what we've understood from the experts, early detection really is best kasi then you can intervene very quickly. So having them diagnosed siguro at 2-3 years old is really best kasi malalaman na natin ano talaga yung condition. And then, mas magagawa natin ang paraan.
So, paano mag-acquire dito sa Progresso?
You're gonna have to get in touch with me for now. As we access sa yung website, we really have just the site for people to log in. Siguro in a month, we'll have the website ready. For now, you can get in touch with me through Salle. Alright, so that's Melin Suarez at DOSTv.edu.ph. It's very easy to memorize.
Okay, so doon, pati yung price, ma'am. So wala pang definite
price points, we do have them, but that's one of the things that we'll have to do market validation on. Are we too expensive? Are we too, baka people are willing to pay more, we don't know. No? From a commercialization perspective, that's what we want to study. And again, how do we make ourselves sustainable to reach a greater part of people in need, but at the same time naman, providing enough so that the enterprise becomes self-sustainable. We cannot rely on the SE all the time to provide us with funds.
Totoo naman. Lalo na syempre kung talagang napakalaking pakinabang, ma'am, di ba?
Yes.
Kung ang talagang worth naman, tingnan natin kung magkano ang price na bibigay nila. Anyway, any challenges na kinakaharap niyo pa muna sa ngayon?
Our challenges would mainly be in reaching out to our target market because we're composed of 4 people, 4 faculty members, and we're really still working full-time for academe. Hindi pa naman wala naman kaming planong mag-resign, wala kaming planong iwanan yung academe. But siguro yun, really the time to be able to get out there and really touch base with the market. So, we're hoping to clear out all legalities and then start hiring our people na talagang full-time they will work for us. Roll it out like a real business simulation na meron kaming marketing officer, you have an accountant, you have somebody doing legal things for you. So yung mga ganon. But I think it's very exciting from somebody coming from academia who has not had any exposure to business. And again, it was also DOST who helped me and my team go through this path. So, maraming
nakatulong talaga.
Maraming tulong talaga yung programs ng DOST as far as this project is concerned.
And this particular project talaga, itong technology nito, basically, for autism lang, may mga autism lang.
Yan. When we were rolling it out and when we talk to people about it, sabi, it doesn't really have to be strictly autism. It can be for children with special needs or special ed. Another thing we're looking at probably in the next 2 years will be to roll it out for geriatric care, yung mga matatanda. Kasi it's a smart home, it's pretty much like a smart home, a smart space. So you can do monitoring. And right now we can do we have actuators. We can turn on and off your lights. We can do blinds. We can automatically manipulate devices in the space. So if there's an elderly person who doesn't want his child, and doesn't want his child to monitor him, still have that sense of independence.
Yes.
Kung matanda na siya, ayun yung pinapakialaman, independent pa rin ako. But of course, the kids naman do not want him to live alone. Having something like this, in that space where he lives, na monitor siya. If he falls down, pwede naming malaman if he's wearing a wearable, nalaglag siya, and then there's automatic alerts for emergency care and to the caregiver, sa anak, it will be easier. So it's really, when I tell people about it, it's really not a single clientele. It's a platform to offer many kinds of services kasi you can customize what's in that space. So that's how we would tend to look at it. But for now, we're really just looking at this segment, the autism and special ed.
So, yun yung sa Progresso.
Yes.
So, any other technology pa na dinidevelop? Any project from your office?
We want to be able to improve on Progresso, like connect the wearable, so anytime you enter into that space, you have a wearable automatic, dapat nakasync na siya dyan, i-recognize siya. Having to understand context because context is very difficult to analyze. So what is context? If I talk to you and I would consider you as my colleague, for example, we discuss in this way, but if I'm going to talk to the president of the university, it probably will not be this way, right? It's a little different. So that's context.
Okay.
Who you're talking with, the role of that person, the context of where you are, what kind of situation is this? Is this an interview? Is it a te-a-te? These things vary. And if I see a video feed, I want, in terms of video processing, I want to be able to automatically understand what's happening. And how do I do that? I look at the face to see how old the person is. I look at the face to see male, female. I look at the bihes of the person. I look at the demeanor, the posture, and then probably figure out, with all this equipment, it's probably a TV interview. You want to be able to do that automatically, and that's reasoning. That's a little difficult to do for now. So that's something.
Kaya napagano na ako.
But that's something we want. It's a nice challenge to think about because if we can do that in the video processing realm of our streams, then it will be a lot, the functionalities will be a lot more useful because we get richer information, di ba?
Di ba? Very parang nakaka-excite.
Oh, yes.
Although challenging talaga. Sa binabanggit nyo pala, ma'am, parang gusto kong sabihin, posible ba yun? Parang
posible.
Ganun, diba?
Posible naman siya. But of course, it's not gonna take a year. It's probably gonna be a multi-year project because of the complexity of context. Maraming permutations, maraming kailangan tingnan sa environment, maraming information, pero siguro hindi lahat ng information kailangan, pero nandyan siya. So how do you know if you're gonna use that information or not? Pwede mong tanggalin, pwede mong gamitin.
Ayun, totoo naman yun. Anyway, any more projects siguro from your office?
Aside from my project, we are working, Salle is working on some form of robotics. So, meron siyang bioloid, dinamitan nila ng damit ng bata. So, ini-imitate niya lang ano yung ginagawa ng kid. So, pag pumalakpak yung kid, papalakpak rin si bioloid. So, it's in the realm of human-robot interaction naman. Abroad, they have felt that this is one way to go also in terms of autism therapy. And we have one, hopefully, visiting professor, Dr. John Kabibihan from Qatar University. There's going to be an activity at Salle also in cooperation with Autism Society of the Philippines on July 19 from 1 to 4 p.m. So if they're bigla akong tag-plug.
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Sorry.
Tayo
So if
dyan.
they're interested, they may just go to the website of Autism Society Philippines.
Ayun. Any long-term goal for this project?
Long-term, we really imagine that in the long term, it's going to be the primary monitoring tool that every parent and every school will have to use if they're in the special ed realm.
At alam natin na napakalaking tulong nito just in case talaga na mabuo na and on the go na itong project na ito, ma'am. Any more messages po dun sa ating mga taga-subaybay?
I'd like to thank DOST for all the support, and I encourage all researchers, whatever bright idea you have, you ask DOST. You ask UST, you submit your proposals because it's really the way to go to foster science and technology research and education in the country. To the parents, please do not stop your kids from enrolling in engineering, computer science, and other science and technology-related degrees because it's gonna have a lot of impact to the country and to society. Yan. Thank you for your time and thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much. At marami na naman tayong natutunan ngayon, di ba? Thank you, Miss Yami, Dr. Yami.
Thank you very much.
Very well said, di ba? And good luck to Progresso.
Yes,
thank you so much. Ayan,
Thank
mga ka-forever nakakataba talaga ng puso na pati ang usapin na tungkol sa autism ay nabibigyan din ng pansin ng DOST at ng iba pang ahensya ng gobyerno. It just goes to show that government is looking after its citizens and is willing to provide technologies and programs na ikagiginhawa ng lahat.